Hi, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Mireya, and welcome to the Sleepover Diaries, your cozy conversation podcast.
Today we're going to be talking about friendships, just the art of
Yay!
friendship, loving friendship, hating friendship, losing friendship, and
Surviving friendships.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine is more like the good and the bad, and
Mhm.
then kind of comparing platonic and romantic love. What's yours?
Oh, okay. Mine was navigating adult friendships and
Yeah.
like the transition from childhood to adult
Oh,
friendships.
nice. Okay,
Yes.
so do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Um, I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
So basically, I have some notes. Okay. Um, so I am speaking from experience because I have experienced childhood to adult friendships. Only, ugh,
Like, do you mean like you've had a friend since childhood, or you mean like
mhm.
you've like
Yes. So I've had a friend from childhood that's lasted me into adulthood.
Okay. Yeah, me
Hmm.
too.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess growing up, when I was growing up with my friends, we always had the idea that we're going to be friends forever and, nothing in life would separate you. And I feel like it's very easy to hold on to that when you're
Mhm.
young.
Mhm.
And there are certain aspects of childhood friendships that help keep the friendship alive. And one example is forced proximity. If you
Oh.
go, yes, if you live in the same town, you go to the same school, you're in the same class, like every day you are with that person. So it's easy to just,
Mhm.
think that nothing's going to separate you.
Yeah.
But you don't realize how much the dynamic of a friendship changes once you become an adult.
Sorry, it's just
Yes.
before you move on. That is
Hmm.
literally something that happened but it's not necessarily like childhood into adult friendship. It was like an adult friendship that I made and wait, I'm trying to think about like how to explain it
Yeah, me
without being
too.
obvious. Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm having a hard time
Okay,
like
I'm just going to
not.
say it was an example of close proximity.
Mhm.
And we saw each other basically every day. We hung out all the time. It was so fun. But then we were not seeing each other every day because of certain circumstances. And then our friendship, like, I want to say it fell apart, but it's definitely not the same. And it's like, was I kind of living in like a fantasy kind of before? Or is
Mhm.
it just like there could be more effort? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's a good
close
example.
proximity is like an example, is like a very big part of friendships. And if you really care about that friendship, then you would put more effort into making that
Yeah.
close. Okay, I just want to say that before you move on.
Okay. But so I was doing my research, and most childhood to adult friendships, they don't have like a dramatic ending that like they don't have like a dramatic thing that and a what's the word I'm looking for?
Event?
Like, yes, an event that like ends the friendship forever. Like it's not usually like that. It's usually a gradual they the term that I keep seeing is fading out. I
Mm-hmm.
personally don't believe in that. I think that when you're a child, you don't have much control, so you don't have to do as much to keep the friendship alive, like, forced proximity. Um, if you go to the same school, you live in the same town, you become friends because at that point in time you have a lot of things in common. But as you grow and you change, that's one thing that you have to realize is that people do and they will change. And you can't really use the fact that you're a child as an excuse anymore. So I just don't believe that friendships fade out. I think once you become an adult, it kind of exposes what was lacking in the friendship.
Yeah.
And as an adult, you can either take the initiative, put in the effort to keep that friendship alive,
Mm-hmm.
or it will fade out, and then
Yeah.
you just have those friends that you think about, oh, like we were friends in middle school, whatever, but we just kind of stop talking. But it's usually more
Wait,
to that.
what is something you said? Go back a little bit.
um
I wanted to say something
I said something about like initiative, effort,
for the
fade out.
like kind of during fade out. Is it in your notes or that's
mm.
just your mind? Oh, with the
What is
people
it?
growing and changing,
Oh, okay.
like I saw a video too that said, and also I got advice from um someone. I got an advice from kind of like a parent figure in my life, and she said that kind of like you have to choose if you're going to be okay with certain things that your friends do that you don't like,
mm.
or just like don't be their friend, but like that's just them. And then that leads to a video that I saw that someone was like, stop getting angry or upset with people for being who they are. Like that's just their personality, that's who they are. You can choose to be their friend, or you can choose to be like, you know what, I just don't like, we're not clicking, or I'm not liking how you're doing this, and then you can put your space. But that is something I'm trying to do, is just be like, that's just who they are. I mean, I might not like it, but
Yeah.
and that kind of goes in with like choosing. Like, do you think love is a choice?
Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, because I think people get confused, because a lot of people be like, no, love's not a choice, you can't choose who you love. You can't choose who you're attracted to. I don't think. I mean, if you're attracted
mm.
to somebody, you're attracted to somebody. You can't.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like attraction is kind of like almost instinctual. Like you can't control it, because some
Mm-hmm.
things that you thought you wouldn't be attracted to, you just somehow are, and it confuses you. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're choosing to be confused. I think your body is just going against what you probably thought
Yeah.
for yourself to be true,
Yeah. So
kind of.
I don't think you can choose who you're attracted to, but I think you can choose who you love. But I don't know, love, it's more like, I don't know, because even choosing to love, like sometimes you just love somebody, but you're more so choosing to be in their life still,
hmm
depending on like what's going on.
But you can still love someone and choose not to be around them,
Yeah.
maybe because you love them.
Yeah. So it's not even like, is love the choice? You know, that's actually getting really complicated. Let's get back to
Yeah.
friends.
Okay. Um, so let's see. So another reason, I guess this is kind of like advice for if anyone is like a teenager, or like they find themselves in a situation where they see that their friendship is changing. I guess these are the things to expect. I I don't think I searched up like anything about friendships, because I just never expected it to change in the way that it did. But now that I'm on the other side, I'm like, wow, like I can see from now, like I could see how that was developing, and how it's just kind of inevitable, and it's not really something that you can avoid. And if you try to avoid it, you may end up hurting yourself. This is
Mm-hmm.
coming from firsthand experience, because I like to hold on to the things that I cherish, like once in a lifetime situations, or like people, like I just like to hold on to it as much as I can. But I still do that even when it's not going to last, or like it's out of my hands, kind
Mm-hmm.
of. I guess it's that like lack of control. Like sometimes you can't control how people change, how they want to, treat you, or like it's really not up to you. You can want a friendship to last, and you can just put so much of yourself into it, but if it's not being reciprocated, then it's just not going to work. And you, as an adult, as a grown up person, like you're not a kid anymore, so like you have to choose yourself.
I'm a big kid now.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you're a big girl, you got to make big girl choices, and you have to put yourself first. But I'm all over the place. One of the reasons, okay, I found this statistic online. I don't have any sources. It was Google. But
It was ChatGPT
it
because she
was
uses
not.
AI.
Well, it might have been the Gemini response.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What did
Gosh,
they
I think
say?
about that all the time. I'm like, I can't believe she uses AI like that.
I wow.
Talking to Claude.
I would no, but like Claude really helped me out before I was like drowning in debt. Okay, like it did the math for me. It really saved my life. Like be grateful that I am debt free now, thanks to Claude.
We're not. No, we're not sponsoring. That sounded like a. I am debt free now because.
Oh
No,
my
no,
gosh!
no.
If you have debt, go to Claude.
Do not. Don't use AI.
No, no, no. We are
Boo.
against
Tomato,
AI.
tomato.
Yeah. Anyways, studies show that people replace about half of their friendships every 7 years. And I think that is very true. You're speechless.
I'm like trying to think personally, but then I would like end up naming people, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, girl, I can't even. 7 years is a
That's like
little more or
2020 to now.
less.
So who has been replaced since 2020? Yeah.
I wouldn't even say replace.
Well, not replaced, but like just
lost.
lost a lot, right?
Just like just imagine like just lost at sea. Like somebody's
Oh,
just
dang, just drifted.
yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Personally, me, not a lot. Well, I guess if you count high school, but like some of those were just high school friends. I guess they could have been
No, they're
more,
just school
but
friends. School friends are just school friends. Like if you're
yeah,
not hanging out outside of school and like really close and having any like deep connection, and you're not
really
like
friends.
the only connection is school.
Forced proximity. No. There you go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. And the number one friendship killer is geographic location. No, communication is definitely one of those. But
lack of communication.
Lack of communication. Yes. But geographic location. So again, when you're a kid, you don't have the control. If your family moves, then you just end up moving away. But I have survived the moves. I've moved plenty of times, and my friendships have survived because you make the choice to keep that friendship alive and to, not let distance separate you.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then another thing that I've realized, because when you have like childhood friendships, you guys just talk about anything. Like you're just a kid, nothing really matters. Like everything is on the table to talk about. You're just a kid, like you don't care about stuff, right? But as you become an adult, you have to get a job to make money. You have a car, I guess, to get around. Some people take the bus, some people have a car, some people have a good job, some people are struggling. And it's like you don't want to talk to your friend about how, your financial status is not good right now, or like society starts to creep into that relationship.
That's what I was gonna say. Like norms, even like going into high school or middle school, like peer pressure and societal norms and just like fitting in and all of that. That also puts a barrier because I think that was like a big thing for one of my friendships. It was kind of like that transition from elementary school to middle school.
Yeah.
And kids think they're bad in middle school.
Who's bad? Ding ding. No.
I'm laughing because I'm trying to hold myself back from just like doing the whole spiel that he does at the end. I'm not gonna do that.
What spiel?
Kind of like that the almost like church kind of thing where he was
like preaching. What?
Just you'll see. Just watch the end of the bad music video.
Okay.
Who's bad? Oh, see, stop. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you were saying something.
Who's bad?
Oh
no, I'm just kind of agreeing, like piggybacking, like the societal norms. And
okay.
I said everybody in middle school thinks they're bad.
Yeah.
And thinks they're cool, and a lot of people kind of fold under that pressure, and then others
who's a follower
don't kind of fall behind. I was the one falling a little bit behind. Yeah. No, yeah, like I wasn't gonna act like these kids. Like, like acting out like these kids and try to fit into these popular whatever. Like I didn't, I was just quiet to myself. I mean, I made friends. I made some really good friends in middle school, but
yeah, I feel like I kind of said everything, honestly.
You were saying just how when you're younger you have a lot more to talk about.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing too. Like, I feel like as I've gotten older, I've got less to talk about. Or it's almost as if you care about what you're talking about, because
Yes.
I feel like you could get away with just like saying a bunch of nonsense and it being funny and,
Hmm.
but like now as an adult, like, how's life? Like,
Yeah,
what do you
it's
do for work? Like, how's work? How's your,
ugh.
like, it's almost
Are you going to
boring.
school? What are you going to
Yeah,
school
like,
for? Oh, what do you want to
yeah,
do when you get out of school? I don't want to talk about that.
like that's all there is to life now. It's just gas prices. Like no one wants to talk about that. Like
No, literally.
it's
Oh,
just
I don't
sad.
have money to hang out. Oh shit, I'm
Yeah, like
sorry.
why does it always, but like that's a,
But it's understandable. And
but
sometimes like I have to hold myself back because I want to be like, I'll give you the money.
yeah, same. But also I just feel like again, as a kid, you don't need money to hang out. But now as an adult, everything to hang out requires money.
Hmm.
Or but it's not that it's bad because it's fun to, spend money with your friends and like
Yeah.
do things and it's just
But there are the
I don't
friends who
know.
like that I've had because most of the actual like all of the friends that I've had, we understand like, sometimes there is a financial like struggle and like we will find things to do.
Mhm.
The most maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to do is like pay for gas and a little sweet treat, but we'll find something to do or something affordable. And that is like what I appreciate. Or like if you're close enough friends, then you can just be like, hey, I'll cover you. I'll cover your meal or I'll
Mhm.
cover your movie ticket. Like, and then if you're close enough friends, then you can like, you will go a little bit more for that friend. Like,
Mhm.
I'll pick you up so you don't have to spend gas money. I'll buy
Yeah.
your meal or I'll pay for your movie ticket. And I love in friendships too, where it's like kind of a give and take. Like,
Mhm.
I have one friend that we always kind of do that. Like, if I'll pay the movie ticket, she'll pay for the snacks, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Or like, because I don't want to just like, oh yeah, just give, 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 give.
Yeah. But you were saying something and oh, okay. So like when you offer to cover someone as a kid, that's like my main topic. Like my main focus is the difference between childhood and adult friendships, okay? Because I'm gonna keep going back to childhood. Um, when you're a kid, you don't have money. So I guess if your mom gives you an extra 20 bucks, be like, hey, I have an extra five. Oh, I have this. Let's all pitch in. We share the money. We share whatever to,
Mm-hmm.
hang out. But there's like a little bit more shame in being an adult and not being able to cover yourself or, having
Yeah.
to have your friend pay for you or like
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And it's not that, I mean, it depends on the person. You could feel bad about having to have your friend cover you, but it's almost more so that society forces you to feel bad because
Mm-hmm.
society tells you you shouldn't have to do that.
Really quick. Hopefully, the rest of the video is not so choppy. There is a lot more going on outside.
Yeah.
But we listened and we couldn't really hear it. So hopefully, you guys can't hear it. If you can, we do apologize. But I
Yeah.
hope you can hear us over the lawnmower. All right. You were saying some people feel shame in like having other people pay for them.
Okay. So, yes, I feel like it depends on the person, but for the most part, society tells you that you should feel ashamed about not being able to pay for yourself if you are hanging out with your friends. And that can, there's a lot of like outside forces, mostly societal forces that put strain on relationships that before were just, we used to talk about everything. We used to be so close. But now it's like I don't want to talk to you about, financial issues or, relationship issues or family issues. Like everything's kind of taboo now. And
Mm-hmm.
like you have to be really close and to have that,
Vulnerability.
yes, to like be able to still discuss those things without feeling bad about it or ashamed or,
Mm-hmm.
and that's could also bring the friendship closer. But not everyone you can do that with. So,
It's nice
yeah.
to have those friendships too. It really is because like it's just realistic. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody's going through things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But another major thing.
listen,
The second thing that kills most friendships is when they get into a relationship. It
ding ding
kills
ding, right on
it.
the money.
Yeah. That could honestly take over number 1 to be honest. Because once they get a man or a girl or
You
like
see, like how they really view friendships. But then at the same time, I
Mm,
kind of want to give some grace because we have never been in a relationship, so we really don't know how we would act. Maybe in the beginning of a relationship, like a new romantic relationship, it might be a little bit difficult to balance because you're like all about this person. But I don't want to say that it's fully how somebody views, like how they treat you after that is like how they see friends and how they saw you or whatever. But
yeah, because I
I don't
feel
know.
like
It's kind of
I feel like no one's perfect, and sometimes you can still love someone and mistreat them and know you're mistreating them. And it
yeah.
doesn't mean you don't love them. It's just,
You don't know. You just don't know.
yeah. Sometimes I feel like people don't really know why they treat their friends badly or like they're rude or,
Mhm.
like sometimes you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, but you
Mhm.
are aware of your actions. And I don't know if it says a lot about who you are as a person if you do make those decisions or if you don't. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think you're a bad person if you have a moment where you kind of said something rude to your friend or whatever,
Yeah.
and you knew it was rude, but you said it anyway.
Mhm.
But I don't know, like with relationships, like someone may be very well aware that they are prioritizing their relationship over you, and it's not that they don't love you, but they probably don't know why they're choosing them over you.
I feel like
I don't know.
too. They. I'm not saying they don't. No, I always say, oh, they don't care. I think it's like that's their priority. Like that's what in their mind. It's like, no, it has to be my boyfriend. No, it has to be my girlfriend. It has to be this because this is the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. So it has to be this person that I'm prioritizing. And I think what really shows like shines light on their personality and who they are and how they think of you as a friend is if you communicate how you're feeling to them, but then they might not make any effort after that. Like
Hmm.
or like there's not really good communication there on their end. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you can't really tell somebody be like, "Hey, stop spending time with your boyfriend. Spend time with me."
Yeah.
That's kind of unfair. But I mean, if they're like kind of just putting you to the side, then it's like it sucks. I feel like it can be really complicated because that person might not know how you're feeling because they've never experienced that, and then vice versa. I don't know how this person is feeling because I've never been in a relationship, so I don't know how it's going to be. But I think I'm always trying to think of that, but then I'm not sure if everybody else is trying to understand how it feels to be on that other end because they never have been because they've
Hmm.
always been in a relationship or they've
Yeah.
or they always understand because they've been in a relationship so they don't really care.
Hmm. Yeah. But it's also like you can have that open communication, be like, hey, like I'm sorry, I'm prioritizing like my relationship over you. Like I know that that's what's happening, and they have to make the choice to be like, oh, like we can hang out this time or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to go out of my way to make this right.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't do that, I don't know if that means that they don't care or not. I don't know, because not everyone thinks, like there's so many nuances, like not everyone thinks the way you do,
That's true.
and it doesn't mean that because they don't know to do that that they are not willing to do that if
That's
they
true.
did know. Yeah. So what's your
What was your segue?
that was the segue.
Oh.
Wait, girl, you missed the ride. Like you missed the stop.
Oops.
It wasn't yours about relationships,
I mean,
romantic relationships.
I do talk about romantic and platonic relationships,
Oh, okay.
but I kind of wanted to shed some light on the good and the bad. And then at
Mhm.
the end, maybe I'll talk, or maybe I should start with the romantic since
If
you
you
ended
want.
with it. And that was the segue. I'm hopping on late, guys. I'm running after it and I'm joking.
Oh my god.
So, okay. I,
Just start where you want to start.
no,
It's
I'll start
okay.
there. I'll start there.
Okay.
Since we're talking about romantic and platonic relationships, I offer a viewpoint that I don't know. I feel like actually a lot of people agree, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just seeing these things because this is the type of stuff that I'm liking. But I don't think platonic and romantic relationships are that different.
They're not.
And I'm not sure if it's just my brain just is a little different or whatever, but I just don't see a big difference. I sometimes blur the line because I'm like, man, I really love my friends. Like, it's not like I'm
Yeah.
thinking I romantically want to be with them, but it's just like I have such a deep love for them. So shouldn't this be preserved for like a romantic relationship? But not necessarily, because you can feel a deep love for your friend. I mean, you feel deep love for your family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think really the main difference is the physical part and like the intimacy, like, and the attraction. Like,
Yeah.
that's the main thing, because that kind of goes into this. It was Substack,
Okay.
actually, what you were mentioning before. It was would it be called an article? I'm not too familiar with Substack. I know it's kind of like a blogging kind of thing, like people write like
I
almost
think
like
it's kind of like an
articles.
article. Yeah.
um I saw a TikTok and somebody posted this. I don't think it was their article, but the title was Platonic Relationships Build Romantic Ones by Felife? I don't know. Feliefeis.
Felicis.
Feliefes on Substack. Um, Sorry, that wasn't the title that I read before. This is the title. Your friendships are the blueprint for your romantic relationships. And it was basically just saying that your friends don't like make you feel like you have to earn love. They love you at your ugly. Like, you can feel so comfortable with them and vulnerable, and they love you at your worst, your best, your ugly, your good, and like you can be human with them. And that we accept so much trash, garbage from romantic relationships that we wouldn't accept in friendships. And that's really true. Like,
It's
some
very
people will be
interesting.
so quick to cut off a friend, but then, oh, this is your 10th time getting back with your boyfriend that treats you like crap. Oh, okay. I'm not
Mm.
saying that necessarily has happened to me, but I know that that happens. And something that they said at the end, you guys can just go read it, but we think romantic love should feel different and more intense, but what's really important is depth. Like, you want to like your partner. So, what's the basis of that? Friendship. You have to want to. I always think of it in the way that I want to be able to be friends with whoever I'm going to date. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to be friends with him. Like, I would, like, if we weren't romantic, we'd have to be friends.
Yes.
Like, it's just basically friendship is
That's like the
the first,
basis of
yeah,
all relationships.
yeah.
And those are the best relationships that start as friendships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you have to actually like each other, but it's just showing that it's not really that different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't have a really good segue for the next point that I want to talk about, but again, I wanted to talk about kind of a little bit of the good and a little bit of the bad of friendships. Um, I kind of already spoke about it, but it's just nice to have somebody there for you, when you can see each other and understand each other. And it's also nice when you have things in common, because then you guys can go out and do these things together. Like, if you have the same hobbies or whatever, you can do that with a partner, but it's good to have friends. It's good and it's healthy to have friends. But I also feel like and this is why I'm like, man, romantic and platonic friendships are so similar, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I feel like you almost have a honeymoon stage in friendships too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, and it's like, oh my gosh, everything's so amazing. We're hanging out all the time, and it's really nice when it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you know, and I think close proximity, like you were saying, is a really big part of it. And sometimes things aren't meant to be, and you have to let go of somebody. Like, that phrase where it's like people will come and go, like seasons. You'll have people
Mm-hmm.
in seasons of your life. I agree with that, but it's so difficult for me to accept it,
Accept it.
because
Yeah.
think about it. Um, let's say you had a bad fall, like this fall was like horrible. Next year, fall is gonna come back, and you can retry. But let's say you lose a friend in the spring, and then next year spring comes around, that friend's still not around. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
seasons come back. The
Yeah.
seasons, like, I feel like that's like, it's a good phrase, but then like maybe I was thinking too literal. But like seasons come every year, but that friend might not come
Mm-hmm.
back the following year in that season that you lost them, or even in another season. And they might. You can always reconnect with a friend or meet someone new, because then maybe you lost a friend in spring and then next spring you reconnect with an old friend, or you meet a new friend and, you know, go through them with those seasons and whatever. But another thing that's really important in friendships too is to realize something that I'm trying to realize in just any relationship, is that people will hurt you. People are going to lie and do things that they shouldn't do, but it's really how you come out of it. It's how you communicate with one another and then what comes after that. Like, because I mean, you have to go through difficult things, I think, to strengthen your friendship.
Mm-hmm.
If everything was just so easygoing, it's like, but then people do say this is more for romantic, but that like it's better to be boring rather than like chaotic.
In romantic
Yeah, it's
relationships.
gonna feel quote unquote boring because,
Yeah.
like, you don't want all that toxic and
Mm-hmm.
fighting back and forth. Like, you kind of want that calm, comfortable, and sometimes it might seem boring, but that's
It's
what's
how it should
better.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you don't want to be fighting every day or like, oh, what's gonna happen tomorrow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. That was really
Mm.
short. I feel like my notes were really all over the place.
No, at least yours are typed out. You saw mine. So,
Well, yours, you were more
um,
put together. I was like jumping all over the place.
yeah. One
But
thing that I thought of when you were saying like about romantic and platonic relationships kind of being the same is that like I feel like you can totally romanticize a platonic relationship.
yeah.
Like that's how I see my friendships and like I don't know, they're kind of just the same. Not the same, but like friend dates are kind of the same thing as like relationship dates or
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's all the
And sometimes you even
same.
hold hands.
Yeah, like it's really the same thing. Like I don't know.
But romanticizing, though, sometimes I feel like that can be bad if you're romanticizing like a friendship, because I think I do that because like I'll meet somebody, I'm like, wow, they're so cool, like I really want to be their friend, and then it doesn't go how I thought it would be, or they're
Yeah.
not like the type of person that I thought they would be. And like, I don't know, like I started a new job, yay.
Yay.
um and there is someone there that I want to like, she just looks cool, like when you see
Mhm.
somebody and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, like I want to be your friend. But then I'm like, Ashley, calm down. Like, you don't need to go out and be doing all this. And, like, you don't know how that person is. You don't know who that person is. Like, not
Mhm.
saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying that. But you don't want to romanticize. Because I think that is a big problem with me. It's
It's
like
like
I'm romanticizing a lot of my friendships and I'm
mm,
expecting it to be a certain way.
like limerence. You know
I
limerence? Like
guess.
limerence is like when you can't stop thinking about someone you like think that like you're in love with them, but like it was really just I need to look up the term or the
Maybe.
definition.
I think it's more like my expectations and like what I thought they would be and what I wanted them to be, they actually weren't. But that can also fall on me because I am putting this image of them in my mind,
Yeah.
and then that's not who they are. Kind of like,
Mhm.
don't get mad at people for being who they are.
Yeah.
So I have to like stop. Like, I will literally go so far, like, oh my gosh, we're best friends, and like, oh my gosh, like we've been talking for years, like this is my like I have to stop that. I have to stop.
I
And
feel
then
like
also just appreciate the friends that you do have.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I feel like I don't usually do that. Like I know that when I like make a new friend, like I want it to go that far, but I don't expect that. So like maybe I'm just the type of person to just not expect things so I'm not disappointed,
Mm.
but then that kind of leads into self-sabotaging just to
No, I
prove
do
that
the
I'm
same
right.
thing.
Yeah.
I heard that quote in Spider-Man. I was like, oh yeah.
What was it?
Literally, the expect disappointment and you won't be
Oh,
disappointed.
yeah.
I think it was
Basically
literally
that.
the end of the last one.
I think so. Yeah.
Expect disappointment and you won't be disappointed. I was like, yep,
Yeah.
put that in my bio. But
Mhm.
I don't even know if it's like expecting it to go that way. it's just more like fantasizing. Like I'm in a fantasy world and I'm imagining it,
Yeah, I
and then
don't
it doesn't
expect it.
happen, and I'm like, oh man, like I wish it went this. I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe
like you
this
just
like
want it
oh
to go that way.
yeah
And then when it does, it's like, wow, like I'm so grateful. Like I didn't expect this. That's the thing too.
yeah.
You don't expect what you wish to come true is
Mm-hmm.
kind of
So I'm just stop
that.
thinking about everything and anything. Just
Yeah.
let my mind be blank. Just
Hmm.
be open.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very crazy episode. Again, like it's
Yeah.
like insane. But I think that's done. That's it. I think we're done.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
trying to
ahead.
think of like
Oh,
any last, like to wrap up what we said and like any like words of advice for people navigating friendships or
communicate. I know it sounds so cheesy,
yeah.
but I mean really communicate and be open minded. Sorry, not to put in another Michael Jackson reference, but I think about this lyric a lot for myself. But in Man in the Mirror,
Oh
at
my
the end,
gosh.
stop. It's good. It's that he says, when you close your heart, you close your mind. So keep your heart
Hmm.
open, keep your mind open, and you know, communicate.
Hmm.
When they make you upset, let them know. If they make you happy, let them know. If they make you sad, let them know. I really think that's at least what I've learned in my friendships is that communication is really important. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the best advice that I have. I'm trying to think if I have anything else, but and put in effort. I
Hmm.
mean, but that's another just. But
From my experience, I feel like yes, put effort into your friends, be intentional, you know, tell them when you may have an issue or whatever, but at some point, don't let yourself be like used and abused. Like, put yourself
yeah,
first
mm-hmm.
and don't pour into something that is not being reciprocated. I cannot say that word.
Reciprocated.
Recipro- reciprocated. Yeah. Don't, at some point, you gotta let them go, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about that if your
If you have a
efforts are
healthy
yeah, if your
friendship.
efforts are being reciprocated and you have open and honest communication,
Mm-hmm.
forget about the societal norms. Don't let that put strain on your relationships because we're all just humans at the end of the day and we're
Yeah.
all looking for the same thing: community,
Love.
love, friendship. Yeah.
And something that you said, I wanted to say it before and I totally forgot
Oh,
to pour into those that pour into you.
yes,
That is, I
yes.
guess, another piece of advice because I feel like there are some people that I have poured more into and I don't really get a lot back. And then I
Hmm.
will admit that I feel like there are some people that have poured more into me and I didn't pour into them and I was busy pouring into people who weren't pouring into me.
Yeah.
And then it's just like a whole circus show. Like it's a mess when it's like I should have been giving this attention to a friend who actually cared rather than one that really didn't.
Hmm.
Um yeah.
Yeah. So, good luck.
Go listen to Man in the Mirror.
Oh gosh. I mean, yes, it's a great song. Go listen to Michael Jackson. I'm never against Michael Jackson.
Good because that would really be like AI was like a little bit like walking on thin
Yes.
ice. Not like Mike Jackson, the ice is broken and I'm letting you drown.
What? We are the world. We
But
are the two.
we are on YouTube and we are
Yeah,
on Spotify
we are.
and TikTok and Instagram. So you can go follow us and listen
Mm.
to us on there. Thanks for watching. Good night. Even though it's the middle of the day, actually, here. Spoiler alert.
No, they can't know that. Wherever you are, good night and have sweet
Sweet
dreams.
dreams.
Love your friends. Yes. Bye.
Bye.